everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So in today's lesson, I am going to give you a 7-day English study plan. Now this plan is going to help you study consistently for a 7-day period and you will also improve your English fluency now. So are you guys ready for this? If you are ready, please let me know in the comment section. And before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I post for you on this channel, and please like the video. So now, coming back to today's lesson, first of all, let us understand what is the goal of this study plan. The goal is for you to improve your use of English vocabulary, idioms and expressions. But you will also improve your English fluency fast and learn more about, English vocabulary before beginning in 2025. So let's get started with day number 1. And the question is, what is the focus of day number 1? So the focus is English vocabulary. You see, your goal for day number 1 is to master new English vocabulary words and use them in in real life conversation. You see, you must remember this because this is important point. You must remember to use words at least once on this day. Many times as an English learner, you are intelligent, you learn so much, you put so much information into your brain and you retain the information, but it's hard to use it, right? It's sometimes that's simply because you have not put it into practice, right? So on this day number 1, you are going to learn new vocabulary. But you must use them in real life conversation on this day. So let me show you the step for day number 1. The first step is to find 3 new English vocabulary words. Step number 2, write the definition of each vocabulary words, and after you have written the definition, you are going to pick 3 example sentences for each vocabulary word and write them down. You want to make sure that you have real examples so that you can be aware how native English speakers use each word in real life. And finally, write your own example sentences for each vocabulary word. So again, you are focusing on 3 new vocabulary words, finding the meaning, example sentences, and then making your own sentences. This is how you study on day number 1. Now on day number 2, we have a different focus. You see, day number 2, the focus is going to be English expressions. Now your goal is to master new English expressions and use them in real life again. So you are seeing this point being emphasized using what you learn in real life. Remember to use these expressions at least one time a day. That day you are studying on day 2, you need to use each expressions at least one time. So what are the steps you need to follow in order to truly learn these words? So first, you are going to find 3 new English expressions. Step number 2, write the definition down of the expression. Then you are going to pick 3 example sentences for each expressions and write them down. And you see this pattern. And finally, write your own example sentences for each expressions. Remember how important it is to find real example sentences. Find out how native English speakers use the expressions. All 3 expressions in real life, and then make your own sentences. Now guys, on 7-day plan is a vocabulary, but look how it's set up. You have word number 1. Then you have the meaning and 3 example sentences, and then your sentences. Again, in this plan as well, I emphasize how important it is to find the word. Write the meaning, write 3 example sentences, and then write your own sentences. So I just wanted you to see what it's look like in an actual plan. So we have, day number 1, vocabulary day. Day number 2, great expressions. Now on day number 3 of our 7-day plan, you are going to focus on English Steven. Yes, good English idiom. Again, during this 7-day period, each day has a different focus because by the end of this 7-day period, your English fluency will have improved if you have studied and followed this plan. And you will realize what a minute I can use new word, new expressions, new idiom and so much more. So you are going to master new English idiom and use them in real life. And you need to remember to use them on this day number 3. So let's look at these steps in order to learn the English idioms. Step number 1, find 3 new English idioms, and I want to pause really quickly because you will notice I use the number 3 a lot, and that's because it's an excellent number for your brain to be able to learn and grasp and then use what's learning. If you learn 100 words in one day, 100 idioms, yes, you may learn them, but it's almost impossible to use those 100 idioms the same day. But 3 is like a magical number. You learn them, you practice, and you use them immediately on the same day. So 3 is a great number. Now the step number 2, write the definition of that idiom. And step number 3, pick 3 example sentences. Okay, 3 example sentences. And finally, write your own example sentences for each idioms. So again, day 1, day 2 and day 3 are focusing on vocabulary, expressions and idioms. Now you are building up your word bank, right? And you are building up your expression banks, and you are building up your idiom bank, so that when you start speaking, there are so many natural words and expressions you can use to sound more natural. Now, what about day number 4? So, day number 4, you are going to focus on English phrasal verbs again. The first part of the 7-day period, you need to put lots of information that we use in English every day. And you are going to try to use these phrasal verbs in real life conversations. And remember to use them at least once a day. And day number 4, now again step number 1, to find 3. You see the number 3 new English phrasal verbs. So guys, don't forget, day number 1 is what? Excellent vocabulary. Day 2, excellent expressions. Day 3, idioms. Okay, now let's talk about the day number 4. We are focusing on English phrasal verbs. Next, you are gonna write the definition of each phrasal verb, and remember, you can find these phrasal verbs online. Alright, you can find them in a book. You want to find 3 that you don't know already. Okay, and then you are going to pick example sentences for each phrasal verbs, and then write them down, and finally you are going to write your own example sentences for each phrasal verbs. Okay, and again I want to remind you, when you are setting this up, when you are studying these phrasal verbs, you want to make sure that your notebook is set up similar to this. You have this section. Alright, so guys, you can write the phrasal verb in your notebook. Okay, and then you have the meaning, then you have the sentences that you are finding online or in a dictionary, and then you have your own sentences. This is very important as you are studying during the 7-day period. Make sure you organize your notes. Now let's move on day number 5. So day number 5, now you are focusing on day number 5 is going to be English sentences creation and fluency. Now what happened on day 4? You are putting in new information, you have new words, new expressions, new idioms, new phrasal verbs, and then on day 5 you need to start creating sentences. Okay guys, I love this plan because this is very simple. 7-day plan will take your English so far, and you will go master, you will speak English fluently as you continue to follow this plan. So 7-day English study plan, now that we are on day 5, now it's the sentence creation and fluency. So your goal is to improve your ability to think creatively in English. So what you are going to need to remember is you have to select image that are interesting to you. And don't worry, I'm gonna explain this. Let me show you. Let me explain it to you. So here are the steps. You need to follow step number 1. You are going to find 5 interesting images. Now you can choose image that look interesting to you. It's totally up to you guys. You have whichever image you like, pick up and pick an image and that is interesting to you. That what you are gonna do is you are going to find or create 5 descriptive sentences for each image. Remember, your goal is to describe the image you find. Again, creative thinking on day number 5, you are gonna then write them down in your in your journal, and finally you are going to try to memorize each sentences and repeat them as you look at the individual images. Now I am going to show you some photos and I want to show you how you are going to do this as your practice on day 5. So let me share my screen with you guys. Alright. So now here we go. So look at this image I have on my screen right now, and let's say this is the image I choose because I like technology and I see someone using a computer. So I have to make a sentence to describe this image. So I can say the woman is eating some grapes, okay, and also some olives, or I can say the woman is working hard on her computer, or I can say the woman is wearing an amazing sweater. You see what's happening, right? So I am describing the picture. That's the focus on day number 5. Again, following these steps, your goal is to describe the image now. Okay, now let me show you again what it looks like inside of my journal. So right now I have again English sentences, creation and fluency, but notice how I broken it down. I am picking 5 image and then what I am doing is right here writing 5 descriptive sentences in my journal, okay, and I want you to do that exact same thing. So day number 5 is starting to create sentences. You are starting to put into practice and what you have been learning. But about day number 6, so day number 1 vocabulary, day number 2 expressions, day number 3 idioms, day number 4 English phrasal verbs, and day number 5 thinking creatively, making new sentences. Now on day number 6 you are gonna have a different focus. On day number 6 you are gonna focus on on American and British culture. Listen, this is the 7-day plan, is a holistic plan, and you are not just focusing on things. Remember, in order to speak English fluently, you must study many different things, but all connected to English. Alright, so today your goal is to learn more about American culture or British culture, which will help you to understand native English speakers more. Now you must remember to take notes on the new things and that you learn. This is so important. What are the steps? Here we go. Step number 1, find a video about a popular location in America somewhere. Okay, that maybe Americans really love going on a regular basis. Find a video about that place. You can go on YouTube and find free videos to find out, okay, the location the Americans really enjoy going. Okay, so step number 2, you are going to write notes related how the location shows American culture, and this is very important. Think about, this is very popular location, Washington DC. The Washington Monument, people love to go there. Okay, they love to sightsee. But guys, even Americans go there on a regular basis. Why is it so important to American culture? Watch a video about a topic like this is what the focus is going to be on day number 6. Okay, so what's going to happen is you are going to start relaxing towards the end of the week. You have put a lot of information in for the first part, right? And you have been creative and now you are learning more in a relaxed way. So hey guys, let me learn some more about American culture which will improve your English fluency. Now we get to day number 7. So day number 7 is also a very important day because it's the day you will review. You see on this day, okay, you will focus on simple reviewing. The purpose of of this day is for you to allow your brain an opportunity to process what you learn. Okay, this is an important part of the study plan. Okay, you can't just study every single day without giving your brain an opportunity to speak, to soak up what you have learned, without giving your brain an opportunity to review. Or reviewing is, because reviewing is also studying, but it's a different way. Reviewing what's already inside, and that's why day number 7 is so important. Now, I really hope this 7-day study plan helps you remember. If you want my full plan for an entire year of 365 days English study plan, all you have to do is you have to comment me down. Okay, so I'll send you a mail related to this of 365 days English study plan. All right, and if you are interested for online English classes, you can also mail me, which is given on my bio. The email is given in my bio, also it is given in my description. You can go through it and you can email it to me for the online English speaking classes. Okay, because it is going to begin in the month of January. So if you are interested, send me a mail. Because if I talk about 365 days English study plan, this will help you to become fluent in a year, and it's totally, it's totally online. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, guys, and I will talk to you in next time. So if you are going to start your 7-day study plan from today onwards, please let me know in the comment section. All right, because this 7-day English study plan will help you a lot, and it will increase your fluency before entering in 2025. So if you like the video, if you like my content, please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.